And for him, thank you, Mr. Onkar. And next, Miss Mahmood Jain. Please, on behalf of the Institute, a small memento for Mahmood, and for him. And the last, Dr. Osim Bhattacharya, consultant. Fine. Thank you. So now I would request to the chairman and hand over the microphone to the chairman, please. Hey,
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the second day, 16th March. We are going to conduct a seminar. So this is the technical session 2, that is liquid waste management, issues and challenges. Here the speaker is Dr. Mrinal Kanti Vishwas, Regional Director, Central Pollution Control Board, Kolkata. Mr. Onkar Tewari, Director, Biomimicry Technologies Private Limited. Number 3, Dr. Partho Sarathi Ghoshal, Assistant Professor, School of Water Resources Engineering, IIT.
Dr. Ghoshal, Mr. Mahmood Jain.
And Dr. Osim Bhattacharya, consultant. So first I request Dr. Mrinal Kanti Vishwas, to Regional Director, CPCB Kolkata, to present his paper.
You can cordless, another cordless.
Hello.
ওখান থেকে গেলে হবে ওই টেবিলটার সামনে
So one request, Mr. Dr. Vishwas, your time limit is 30 minutes. So I request cover this within.
already you are lagging some time.
Yes,
so
yes, already
20
we are
minutes,
lagging
20
some
minutes,
time.
you keep it on for 20 minutes.
Oh.
Try to finish your lecture within 20 or 25 minutes.
20 minutes is too long for me. I can finish with that. So thank you, Chair, and other respected expert in the dais, and other experts who are sitting in the audience and also connected online. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to present here, and it's an important seminar that is being organized by IPHE. I thank you for the organizer as well. So before going through my presentation, I must express that the topic that has been chosen is actually everyone is fully aware, and here many experts are available who knows much more than that has been highlighted in the presentations. So there may be something that are already working on, and actually being connected through some committees also who are working actually towards this. So kindly bear with this. My scholars have tried to highlight some issues that actually been recorded through some articles, and because this is a certain this article has been prepared like a review articles. So those are available in the published documents that has been tried to incorporate in the in these presentations. We CPCB from CPCB we used to be directly involved in these also through our National Ganga River Basin Authority or Namami Ganga program. We are directly involved in that. So those issues also I may highlight during the presentation. So my topic is that navigating the challenges of sewage and septic management in Kolkata metropolitan area in West Bengal. We have tried to have a comprehensive overview in the topic. So next, please. So through my presentations, I will be covering that after introduction. I will also give a brief discussion uh, about the current state of sewage and septic management in Kolkata metropolitan area, challenges facing in sewage treatment infrastructure, and complexities in collections and management of sewage and septic, and then some innovative approaches that for sewage and septic management that I will also highlight. And I could see there are some other presenters also who will definitely give more impact on this topic as well. Next, please. So we all are aware that sewage management and septic management is an issue that are being gradually being emerging area because of the rapid urbanizations. Next, please. Urbanizations, and also that we have also implemented. Basically, we are being also implemented this through Swachh Bharat mission. That defecation, open defecation is now been, we have achieved that there is no such open defecation is going on. Then household sanitation also improved, but the collections of these septic and sewage is remain the major challenges. So one side septic management is being very crucial because households are not being connected because of very old cities. Kolkata metropolitan city is very old cities. Network sewage network establishment is a difficult task. So that is why the sewage that are being generated through this household is very difficult to reach to the sewage treatment plant. So on-site septic management become very important, and then followed by the septic management as well, which is collected from the household. Next, please. So one side that we are not being able to collect, and where we are collecting the sewage, we are not able to treat because of lack of treatment facilities. That is also is the challenge here. And another that national policy that has been introduced for national urban and fecal slash septic management. It is very critical from now from this present scenario. Next, please. So the unique challenge in Kolkata metropolitan city, we all are aware that we are having a huge population. The population density is also huge, and because and another that program that we are also concerned about the contamination of river Ganga because of fecal coliform, and this segment particularly West Bengal in West Bengal stress, we are still facing the problem of high TC and FC river water, and also the Vidadari is also getting polluted because of the wastewater of the Kolkata metropolitan cities. But the aspect that is the advantage of Kolkata metropolitan city that we are having is Kolkata wetland, which is considered to be the kidney of Kolkata, and actually being responsible for treatment of about 900 mld of sewage that are actually only being treated through this East Kolkata wetland. So this is the advantage of Kolkata metropolitan cities. Next, please. So we have the task to be done, the mandate that has been set under NGRBA program that we will be achieving no discharge, untreated sewage discharge by 2020 in River Ganga. But I am sorry to say that yes, it is yet to be achieved. We are still, there are many sewage drains that are being discharged without any treatment. So that we have been seeing, and there are several regulatory framework that has been framed. We have taken the national policy as well. So work is going on, but the task is very huge. So the policy and the implementation that has to be move together. Next, please. So now the current state of sewage and sewage management. Next, please. As I have already discussed that East Kolkata wetland is there. In addition to that, there are about 30 STPs that are presently operational in this segment in this stress, and another 60 a total of 65 STPs will be formed once it is all come in operation. So presently the operational capacity is about 455 455 MLD, and through KMDA we are claiming that we are treating 900 MLD of sewage. So this is the facility currently we are having in this area segment. Next, please. So the figure indicates that we are trying many technologies to achieve our treatment goal. We are having fixed bed biofilm activated slabs, also ASP, and we are also having some that like technique filters also having. But yes, sir, we are not having any MBPR in West Bengal states. That is there. But many other technologies that are actually being not being properly maintained. That you can see from this figure also. It is compared with Bihar and Jharkhand as well. In Bihar we have only SP and SBR, but West Bengal there are many technologies that has been in place. Of course, many are not properly being maintained. Next, please. So I have already discussed East Kolkata wetland. It is having area of 125 square kilometers, and there are about 264 active fish pond are also there. They are actually used for used for the treatment of this wastewater naturally. And we achieve we have observed that many ponds are actually achieving the discharge norms through this wetland as well. Next, please. So the challenges that are facing through the sewage treatment infrastructure. Next, please. That I have already told that many drains, sewage drain basically, they are not being tapped. They are directly discharging into River Ganga, and KMDA is actively working on that. The team, KMDA and other stakeholders are actively working on that. There are many policies and many proposals that are being considered by the National Mission for Clean Ganga. So work is going on, but as you already seen, the target was 2020, but we are already in 2024, but we are yet to achieve the target. So capacity is the major issue. Next, please. Then where the infrastructure is available, but it is not properly maintained, you can see the primary clarifier where there is actually it is actual picture that our team has collected. So this is the situation in many places, and so technology is being outdated. So those are not being actually maintained. So financial burden is also there. Who will maintain, who will give the charge for all those things are also going on. Next, please. So there are some STPs are operational, but it is not being properly operational because it's not properly maintained. The technical person is not available. How to operate the STPs? How to maintain that MLSS level in the aeration tank? That is also not properly aware. So the people are not being properly trained. So so this is also major concern area because new STPs will be coming up. So the technical person will be required who will operate the STPs. So only establishment of STP will not fulfill the purpose. Rather, we should operate it properly. So this aspect is also very important. Next, please. So next, so the challenge is very huge. It's very complex actually. In urban areas, there are many informal settlements where one-side sentences like septic tanks, pits, latrines are there available, but maintenance is very poor, and collections from the pits is also a challenge, and collection and further treatment is also big challenge, and it's actually causing the contaminations and also the disease spread. This is the real-time picture that this kind of situation is available still in 2024 also. This is really a complex situation that we handle very closely. Next, please. So this is an important aspect and also the relevant from the views of the from the objective of this conference also. The good governance, it is an important aspect. The collaborations and the efforts that we need to give by all the stakeholders. So our approach, like the fragmented government structure with overlapping responsibilities. So who will be doing what? Central and local and also the state government. All everybody is concerned and everybody is working their part. They are contributing, but at the ground level, how it is actually being executed, that collaboration, that tuning is very important. Fund is available, but implementations and that timely implementations. We have seen some places where sewage network is there, STP is not there, and certain places where STP is there, where network is not there. So basically, sewage is not reaching. So STP is being abandoned without any treating of effluent. So this kind of situation is there. So, and I have already discussed the institutional capacity, a lack of technical experts. Technical expertise not only on the field, but also the higher level also to support and to take appropriate decisions. Where and when the work should be done, those decisions will come basically from the expertise. So only regulatory or bureaucratic approach may not be a perfect solution for this. So this is important. And financial resources, as I have already shown, there are some STPs which are abandoned because of no fund, no maintenance, and no responsibilities. So those are also a concern for us also. And it is true that lack of accountability and transparency. Who is responsible for what? How that STP has been constructed without having serious network. And so all this tuning is very important. So accountability is required to be fixed. And weak enforcement of regulations. Yes, true. We have set the standard. Even our National Green Tribunal is also working and giving us many directions. And but we face it's difficult that being is not being properly implemented and properly regulated. Next, please. So in India, this is not only for Kolkata. This is actually a scenario for India also. That we are having low income households, marginalized communities struggle to access proper sanitation service, and the culture believes that whether that treated sewage can be used or not. All those issues are there. So these are the factors that we need to also need to address. Next, please. So I'll now just go through some innovative approaches. Although these are not very new, these are already news. Next, please. So decentralized wastewater techniques like constructed wetland, biofilters, these are already there. They are already in practice, but we need to adapt many more in this area as well. Next, please. So integrated urban waste management is, yes, this kind of system we need to adopt. The urban sanitation requires actually a holistic approach that integrate various components like grey water segregations, wastewater treatment and reuse. In Odisha, I have worked on that grey water segregations and treatment as well through the NGT order, and we found it is uh, very interesting. And although we are actually already working on that, if we consider EKW, there are the strength that we are strength of effluent that are reaching EKW is very poor. It's already like the grey water only, and we are already using those water for pisciculture and agriculture as well. So we are already practicing this kind of thing. Next, please. Yes, resource recovery. There some limitations are there. We normally don't want to adopt it, although technology is available, but there are certain limitations, certain conceptual issues are there that we normally don't go for it. But there are technology available that we can adopt. That nutrient recovery in agriculture and other valuable research can be basically used for that. And anaerobic digestions and for biogas in the there are even you can consider that there are few STPs available in West Bengal, also in Kolkata also, where that anaerobic digestion plant is means there, but it is not being properly operated. And one of the problems that you could understand that for anaerobic digestion system, the strength of influent it is required to be there, but we don't get. Normally, the STP is reaching sewers are having BOD 60. So BOD 60 or COD 100 like that is not appropriate for that anaerobic digestion system. So that system collapsed. So the planning and actual execution, there is a lack of in this area. Next, please. So another aspect that is there, that community-led sanitation program, that it's actually empower the locals and advocate for their sanitation needs, promote behavioral changes, and improve sanitation outcomes through participatory approach. So people need to be aware. We should make them aware what should be the appropriate systems and what actually we want from them. So that kind of system need to be adopted for overall success of this program. Next, please. Yes, without collaboration and source of innovations or the scope of innovations, we cannot achieve any kind of goal. And the complexities that have been discussed, the challenges that have been discussed, we definitely need to have a collaborative approach. Technical institutes are available, the implementations and authority and funding agencies are also available. But one thing is very clear, there is no clear-cut approach, that one type of approach cannot achieve this, cannot solve these challenges. So we need to have definite and various type of approach that need to be adopted to have a successful overall program. Because the quality, the load, the hydraulic load, and the availability of sewage and septic, that is differing from area to area. So all these things need to be taken care, and definitely we need to have a collaborative approach. Next, please. So I already discussed that we need to have this kind of a system that will actually create the long-term resilience and sanitation systems. And through Swasth Bharat mission also, we are actually working on that. But we are running very low space, so we need to focus and we expedite the issues. Next, please. So I think I have completed my presentation. Thank you for your kind hearing, and if there is any issues, we may discuss. And your guidance will also be required, because we are also one of the stakeholders that are working in field. So if any such guidance is available, that we will be ready to improve, and we also will improve the that article that has been prepared, that will also be uploaded. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Vishwas, for a beautiful presentation about how the liquid waste is coming and what is the challenges in Kolkata metropolitan area. So now I request
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Omkar Tiwari, Director, Biomimicry Technology, to present his paper. So kindly restrict within 20 or 25 minutes.
Perfect, sir. Perfect. I do that. Thank you. So, good morning to everybody. I thank IPH for giving me an opportunity to present it, especially Dr. Saab. And I'm really thankful for Dr. Vishwas' presentation. He was very comprehensive and such a humble man, such a humble presentation he did. He is the man who controls all the pollution matters in West Bengal, but he is so humble that he was requesting that if any suggestion is there, we are ready to welcome that. So I'm really thankful to be part of this August gallery and present my case. I'll take this liberty from you all that I'll share a video first to start with, 3 or 4 minute video only. I know I was not able to make it especially for this program. This is a normal commercial video, but it will set the perspective for all of us that what I'm going to talk about. Can you please start the video, please?
India is experiencing a severe water crisis, with fewer than 50% of the population having access to clean water, 256 districts being designated as water stress blocks, and per capita water availability declining every year. It is time for society and the country to act. The only way to reduce water consumption is by recycling it, and biomimicry has just the solution. Biomimicry Technologies Private Limited presents Urban Pure, an ideal way to recycle difficult streams like rainwater, purify them, and lessen the strain on groundwater reserves. Technology-driven innovation company, Biomimicry, focuses on developing homegrown new age remedies for modern water problems. Urban Pure is capable of handling, treating, and recycling dirty rainwater. Let us now go through the process, how Urban Pure works in real. A custom designed pre-filter is used to clean and pump in rainwater into the Urban Pure system. Urban Pure combines aeration technology in combination with moving bed bioreactor or MBBR to clean the drain water and reduce contaminants. The residual pollutants are further treated using hollow fiber membrane bioreactor technology before passing through final disinfection stages like UV. The final treated water is then used for gardening purposes. The Urban Pure is nature-inspired green technology-based solution for challenging water streams. Advanced membrane technology developed by IIT Kharagpur and specialized biological treatment developed by BARC have been adapted to purify our wastewater and produce clean water, which can be recycled to fulfill our gardening needs or toilet flushing systems. Utilizing artificial intelligence, Urban Pure is fully automated with state-of-the-art SCADA system that can monitor and communicate real-time data like water quality and water usage to our mobile app. As a result, Urban Pure is all set to emerge as a global brand in tech-driven water solutions. Several labs, including the DRDO, MOEF-approved laboratory, Shriram Labs, and BITS Pilani Goa, have tested Urban Pure. Urban Pure comes in 2 capacities, a small system for regular needs and a large system for community usage. However, we have already installed at multiple locations and it is evident that Urban Pure is modular in design and can be scaled up or down depending on your needs, as well as retrofitted with solar power to reduce energy consumption. Now, you have complete control over water, from generation to utilization. From next time, when you see a park or a school ground, or any open area parched of water, or any dirty drain polluting a river, please think of Urban Pure as your savior. Biomimicry pledges to create a sustainable world for our future generation. Let us band together and do our bit to fight the water woes of the world. There cannot be a green revolution without a blue revolution. Let us join hands and save water.
Thank you everyone for present hearing. So can you please pull out my paper? नहीं ये नहीं उसके नीचे पावर पॉइंट रन हाँ इसको करो और थोड़ा स्क्रीन बड़ा कर दीजिए आराम से कैन डू डन वाइडर Yes, we do that. Yeah, so I have termed the paper, the heading is Blue Gold Needs Attention. We all belong to this field and we all agree that this is one of the area which really seeks attention. And I'll be very honest in sharing that my career is also 25 years in water segment itself. And this IPH per se is not a very thankful job. Usually we say that this is a thankless job we do. What happens that like when there is a problem, everybody calls you, everybody remembers you. But usually the systems run flawlessly and nobody cares that who is managing our waste and who is managing our liquid waste and all. Interestingly, one of the major challenges what our country is facing, I believe we all understand wastewater treatment and sir also presented it nicely. But interestingly, reusage of water has not been a focus in the past. And groundwater depletion has really reached a very alarming level. All across world, if we compare, our groundwater depletion is the highest in the world. Because our dependency, especially agriculture dependency, is almost 70 to 80% on the groundwater. It means like I belong to UP, I'm settled in Delhi, and I keep traveling all across India. Wherever I go, I ask borderless that what was your groundwater table 10 years ago or 20 years ago? So they usually will reply 3 meter, 4 meter, 5 meter. And when we ask today, so they usually say 30 meter, 40 meter, 60 meter, 100 meter, that is the usual answer we get. Whatever data we can present, but like I was presenting in Mumbai a few days ago only, and the groundwater table in Mumbai at various places is below 100 meters. Now I was surprised to know that like the whole of the Mumbai is sitting on 5 meter above sea water level. And we are withdrawing water from 100 meter below the ground. It simply means that they are sitting on groundwater intrusion very, very soon. What will happen? Seawater will intrude inside the groundwater and then there is no solution for that. Salinity is a major challenge. So, and primary reason what I have tried to list out over here, first is like usually wastewater treatment plants are built at the end of the watershed. Usually say for example in Delhi right now we are just utilizing 30% of our treated water. What happens? After treatment we leave it on river or some water channel. Now National Mission of Clean Ganga, Central Pollution Control Board, State Pollution Control Board has all started focusing that what if we can reuse this much of amount of water? Because we have spent so much on treatment and after treatment if you are just throwing it in the river, that is not the best use one must say. The second challenge what I usually see, one of the major challenge all across India, like NGT recently has taken this in notice by few of the cases by NGOs, that all of our parks across India are using groundwater. Today, I can say that almost 90% plus parks are using groundwater for grass irrigation. I believe we all belong to a agrarian economy and country. मेरे father तो farmer थे, grandfather farmer थे. We all are connected. If just to arouse the audience, if may I ask, like, if somebody is growing wheat, how many times of irrigation is needed? If someone would like to answer. Wheat growing, how many times we need to irrigate? Anybody? Everybody knows that. So usually 5 to 10 irrigation you require to grow a wheat, right? So in 6 months, you can grow a grass which becomes wheat, and this is available for food, for the food security. But if you calculate grass needs water every alternate day. It means if you compare grass versus our food grains production, grass consumes almost 10 to 20 times more than our food production. It simply means that if we calculate area, like grass needs 3 millimeters of flooding, 3 to 4 millimeters flooding as per like CPWD manual and engineering manuals. And if we convert that in usage, how much water we are using in grass irrigation, which this is almost half meter of groundwater goes below. If we are irrigating 1 acre of grass for whole year, it will take down our groundwater half a meter below. So we never like imagine this, that this much of depletion can happen through by grass only. And on the other hand, what is happening? Treated water we are throwing in rivers. So what if we start using that treated water in grass irrigation? So right now, what happens that all of water goes to end of the watershed, which usually besides the river or lake, and then post treatment there is no way that we can take back this whole water to whole of the city. The redistribution cost is so high that we throw that water in the river. So what we are proposing and doing over here, that we say that, say for example, one drain is there which is 10 kilometer long. So drain should be tapped at the places where there is a reuse. We focus on reuse. We just take the tap water, drain water, tap it directly, we treat it and use it in the grass irrigation. By that way, what is happening? You are recharging every day. If we are irrigating the grass, that is also percolating somehow to the aquifer. Not to the confined aquifer, but maybe widow's units recharging, and then greenery you are also getting. So by one solution, you are treating wastewater and you are also saving groundwater. So two things you can achieve right away. Calcutta right now has more than 1,000 parks, and if we irrigate that much of like treated wastewater, your wastewater generation will come down drastically, and your groundwater depletion will be stopped at that point. Then the third point, like I have worked extensively with various industries. I'll give you an example of Honda scooter and motorcycle in Manesar. They were having a paint shop, and the paint shop used to use almost 10 lakh liters of water per day for paint washing purposes. So understand, like in the paint washing, there is not much of a effluent which goes inside the water. It's just like some part of the paint and all it comes out. And then they were throwing it out. Then they were looking for solution. We said that why don't we do a water audit? And we will try to optimize it. And after water audits and some optimization, a little amount of like capex, and their water usage was recirculated and water usage came down to 2 lakh liters. So a small act of an industry, 8 lakh liters of water is saved every day. Again, this is one industry. In any of the industrial towns, if you go, there are hundreds of industries. Somebody is using a very high amount of water. Somebody is making water dirt to a very minuscule level. But still, they are throwing it to the public utility drains for the treatment. What if these industries start using each other's wastewater as their raw material? So per industry-wise, our savings will be much more like more than 50%, 60% scenario. Ecology of commerce. Like nowadays in European countries, people have started using that. This whole of the industrial township will get this much of water, and one need to compensate from each other, and then operate. So by that way, we are saving huge amount of water. Second, we are not loading on the public utility grids and public sewage infrastructure. So all across India, we have made our tributaries, which were river tributaries, into drain. Sewage points have been connected, and now those like in Calcutta also there is a Choti Ganga, I believe, there is a river, beautiful river, which is having some kind of historical value also. Some of the saints has traveled through that river, but to date it is converted in drain. And efforts are being made to reclaim that river. So if we can, what if we can reclaim that river? Then we are gaining on property prices, we are gaining groundwater, we are gaining on the less usage of like infrastructure created for the wastewater. Can you please take it further? So just like I was just setting the ground, so there are two beautiful judgments which have been given by National Green Tribunal, and just sorry to inform that West Bengal was levied 3,346 crore as a penalty for liquid and solid waste management. but nothing to worry about because India was levied 80,000 crores. So we are also part of the problem. We are not the whole problem. But what if we can start using this as a power to change? So these are the citation I have given for the judgment. Can you please take it further? So beautifully, if you see, there are two judgments. One is not to use groundwater. Second, not to put rainwater directly to river. These two problems are like joined at a point. If we start treating our wastewater and reuse it for parks or other industrial purposes, like in various states, I have been to a few of the places. Say for example, Tirupati. There is a pipe company, Tirupati Pipe. They were not allowed to take groundwater, and they were given drainage of Tirupati temple. And they have signed agreement for 50 years that we will be able to get the Tirupati drainage water, we will treat it and reuse it. So it's a what a win-win situation. Your drain is getting treated, industry is getting benefited. And they are also not spending huge amount on groundwater kind of withdrawal and all. So what we are trying to do? We are trying to do that, okay, like STPs are there, treating and putting it in river. We are saying don't treat and put in river. Treat and reuse it. So by that way, we are saving use. It's a very low hanging fruit, treat and reuse. Treat and reuse certainly was having challenge initially because there was not good technology available for the decentralized wastewater treatment and all, and even if those were available, they were not that much reliable. But we have been working extensively with various IITs. IIT Kharagpur, we have taken technology from for the like hollow fiber and membrane manufacturing. IIT Delhi, we worked at how we can reduce the energy consumption of our system. Because one of the major challenges, all the STPs are they use huge amount of energy. Sir is very much aware. Like because energy bills are very, very high. So what is happening on the one hand we are trying to save water and another hand we are polluting air, isn't it? Energy is like anyhow linked with the air pollution because if you are burning coal and all. So what if we can shift it on solar? And you will be happy to know that our treatment plants are 100% solar compliant. So we say that we don't need any grid energy. It will be running on solar only. And we design our plants in a way that it runs only on solar for 10 hours, 8 to 10 hours. In the evening, we don't count that this is the working hours for like our treatment. We create a storage tank, then treat it whole day, and then the evening again create the storage. For the please. So this is the video you saw. This is our plant. So what we have done, we have created a system. This is inside a park. So what happened initially when we were developing, we were creating product market fit for our product. So when we started selling it that okay, we can install it in a park. So few of the people said that we don't want a wastewater treatment plant in our park because that will look ugly. That will start creating false smell. So we are not interested in that plant. So we improve that for the market condition. What we do that we put wastewater treatment plant. We have put in like secondary filters, charcoal filter in combination with laterite soil and green sand soil, so that the like smell levels are minimal. And then we encircle whole of the plant with wall garden. So it starts looking beautiful instead of looking ugly. And then at the top also you can see we have put in solar. So with that solar, this plant is done. Please take it further. And then one of the major challenges, what sir was saying, that maintenance is one of the challenges. What happens that we create sewage treatment plant. Initially, this is under attention of everybody, with the member pollution control board, with the DC of that area, DM. Everybody knows that some STP is being built. But once start running, everybody's attention goes because you are also having so many other jobs to do because there are so many plants. If we automate the whole plant? So we have tried to automate the plant to a level that you get information relating to how much treatment is happening, what quality of treatment is happening. You'll be happy to know that in this figure also, if you see the COD, BOD, TSS, every kind of pollutant you are capturing. And this is online. We are having no interference in that. Your people can go test it that if this treatment is happening. Again, this technology is not 100% mature. But again, mature to a level where you can easily control that if this is not stopped, you can it is linked with the meters which are reporting directly to the pollution control board or to kind of or the owner who is controlling the system. And then you are also having all the parameters of what kind of treatment is happening. Because in newspaper we can oftenly say that like if there are 10 treatment plants, only one is performing at a desired level of treatment, below 10 BOT, below 30 COD. Almost like in Delhi, we oftenly see it. Every month or second we get a news that okay, we are having 30 treatment plants, out of 30 only 2 is operating to the standard. What happens? Because after 3 months only your officers have been able to go and check that if the treatment level of that are that high or no. And then we are also having SCADA built in this, so that you are having information about the system. If the system stops functioning, then you are knowing that which pump is not working or which system is not working over here. Please take it further. So these are the like we all know, but I have just tried to articulate it that in park irrigation certainly we can use huge amount of treated wastewater. Again, like at places, Kanpur, we were working for National Mission of Clean Ganga. This was a project of almost 400 crore. As sir rightly said, like there were various plants, sewage treatment plant where the sewage is not reaching at all. So when the Clean Mission of National Mission of Clean Ganga was planned, we surveyed and found that in Kanpur there are almost 5 plants which are good built plants, but water is not reaching up to that plant. So we diverted various drains to that plant, and then we started reusing it for the treatment purposes and all. So then and then bans are there on the groundwater usage. Like say for example, this stadium we are sitting. This stadium right now is partially running on treated wastewater, but majorly running on supply water. In spite of the fact that there is a blanket ban for Central Groundwater Board, NGT has also intervened, Pollution Control Board has also intervened, because there was lack of technology. Technology was not available in the market, one, and then certainly intent overall, which nowadays is getting clearer, and authorities are strengthening the laws that, okay, everybody must treat. And then like in Kolkata Municipal Corporation also we are in touch with authorities where what we are trying that they throw a challenge on us that Omkar we are using huge amount of water for the clean air program, for the spraying of the water on trees, on the bushes, curbs on the road, irrigation of road and all. So we have proposed, we have suggested them that why don't we use your pumping station and lift station, because you are having huge amount of water over there. You can treat it there and you can feed your trucks, which are spraying water on the roads from that water itself. So they have liked the idea and they are going ahead with that idea. Yeah, please take it here. And the source availability we all know, but just to articulate again, pumping station, open flowing stormwater, sewage pipelines, sewage drains, and hundreds of drain under. Like NGT is monitoring every drain is identified nowadays, and like Sir's department is reporting on regular basis to NGT that what kind of flow we are having, what kind of fecal coliform load is there, what kind of BOD load is there. So now the problem is very well articulated, known to everybody. It's just like planning in a proper way and providing good technological solutions with good amount of regulation, and the problem is solved. So and again, immediate reusage is one of the major focus. Again, I'm reiterating that like if we are treating some, like I was sitting with DG NMCG. Sir was saying that Omkar, now we are going to make rules where we will only allow treatment if there is a reuse. No treatment will be allowed if you are not having reuse. Because what is the fun in just treating that amount of water? And various sewage treatment plant you go, they treat, whole of the energy is wasted on that, whole of chemical is wasted on that, and again that whole treated water enters into another drain itself. So there is no use of doing that. And if in a situation we are having huge amount of reuse potential. It's just like connecting the dots. Please. So this was the major highlight of my presentation. If anybody is having any question, I welcome that. Okay. Thank you so very much for present hearing. I believe we have tried to break some of the boundaries of like thinking, and certainly we are there to help like various authorities and departments to solve the challenge. Thank you so much.
I now request the audience if you have any questions on the two speakers, Dr. Vishwas and Mr. Tewari. So if you have any questions,
Yes, sir. Welcome, sir.
The questions are to
Name,
Dr.
please. Name, please.
My name is Varun Kumar Bhosa. I am a fellow of IPHE. My questions are addressed to Dr. Biswas. There are many, a number of them. One is that I found the year of the data as far back as 2017, which was the latest, and beyond that also. Could we be updated with the latest data at least up to 2021? That is one. The second question was about the generation. Though we learned that the Kolkata treatment capacity is about 455 million liter per day, and there is an additional capacity coming up of 65 kiloliter a day, and the East Kolkata wetland serves for around 900 million liters per day. Now, what is the estimated generation compared to these capacities? Estimate of generation which are collected or not collected. Then, about the solutions that were, in fact, the problems that, challenges that were mentioned, there was one about the training and inadequate manpower and infrastructure. Now, what can be the role of IPHE in this, in getting, in arranging training or making available manpower? And I would say there are hundreds of engineering colleges in the country, and even then if the manpower is not, trained manpower is not available, it is a shame for the nation. And the last question is about the mandate given to CPCB and its role, about the problems and challenges and their solution, finally have a better place to stay. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Varun Bhosa sir, for your question. Now I request Dr. Biswas to answer those questions. Now I request Dr. Biswas to answer the question as given by Mr. Varun Kumar Bhosa.
Thank you, sir. I believe, sir, what question you have asked, you know the answer as well. Even though, let me try to answer. Yes, sir, few data, as I at the outset of my presentation also, I have expressed that this was planned to write and review articles. So those are published information that we have tried to gather. So few data, yes, a few data are very old, and we have not even up to 21, but we have even up to 23 data as well. CPCB has the regular data as well. We keep on updating the data, we keep on monitoring the information, STPs, drain. So we have all the updated data even. And we are also presently going on for further identification of drains which are actually meeting river Ganga by district wise. Means one of the district that we have recently started with, like Hooghly. Okay. So recently we have started drain district-wise identification of the drains. Initially, it was identified by CPCB and some agencies. Now, along with CPCB, SPCB, KMDA, districts administration, all those institutes are coming together and identifying the drain to minimize the any unattended drain. At least unknown drain should not reach to River Ganga. So, sir, we have all the data. It's true that we have not shown in this through this small presentation. And yes, So, the 455 MLD that I have shown the figure, it is the operating capacity of the STPs which are in operation now. There are 30 STPs we have found in the last year that was found operational out of 65 that are in place, but only 30 are now operational, and it is that capacity. And 65 MLD that you have, it was shown there, it is the capacity of the FSTP, sir. Two FSTPs, that because sewage treatment plant is the operation in Kolkata. So it is the capacity of those. And the estimated generations are, we have actually calculated based on the per capita generations, based on that. So about now we are having about 30 to 40% we are operational capacity out of the generations. Exact figures, sir, I will let you know, sir. And yes, sir, you have rightly. The next is that training, sir. Even I also emphasize that training is very much required. Some STPs are in operations, but the manpower, those are actually being given the terms to operate. They are not trained. They only can switch on the pump and switch off the pump. Our team, when they reach there, before few minutes, if they come to know, they used to switch on the pump. They don't know how to manipulate. That's the thing. What to manipulate, even that is also not aware. So training is very important. Not only the establishment of the STPs can do the purpose. And next is the role of IPHE is huge, sir, because this kind of program and this kind of expertise we have in IPH is proud for our nation also, and these expertise are even is very reachable. That I must believe, that's very reachable. All our humble experts are coming together and doing this for society. So IPH role is very important, and I always take that advantage as well. Whenever I feel something, I find some difficulty, I approach the expert from IPC. So IPC is having a major role here to do. And the CPCB is having dual roles, sir. The last question here was CPCB's mandate and role is for the dual purpose also. Because CPCB, as one part is the regulators, and another part they are also having the role of research also. So while we are implementing the regulatory norms, like the STP which are in operations, we are directing them to achieve the norms. They should operate the STPs properly to meet the norms. On the other hand, how to solve the issues, like the issues Sir is also aware that tidal effect is also important effect in our region. So how to solve this tidal situation? In that issues, we don't act like the regulator. We don't only say that you have to achieve the norms. Rather, we work together to find out the solutions. So both the role we try to achieve, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I believe all the questions were addressed to the right gentleman, so sir has already addressed that. Just to add, like, say for example, calculations all across India till date is done by manpower basis. Say for example, Calcutta is having a population of 1 crore people, so 135 liter per person per day simply means 1350 MLD of treatment plant is required. But nowadays, there is so much technological improvements. You can put meters in the drain itself. So I request and recommend authorities to start plugging those points and knowing the exact amount of treatment. So just to share with you, I was in a training program in USA, and we were trying to optimize a model where we were linking the wastewater generation with the how much treatment capacity should, how much hour the treatment plant should run for. So they were also linking like how much treatment is happening for drinking water. So they were assuming that okay, this water will reach to the treatment plant. So they were syncing those both systems. So just to share, like even if a treatment plant, like treatment cost is say for example 5 paise per liter. I'm just giving a hypothetical number. And if it is, we are multiplying that with 100 crore liter, it simply means there is a huge amount of money per day they are spending. What if we connect the supply with the treatment? So you are having smart information beforehand that this much water has been generated, so this much waste will be generated today, so these plants can be synced. But these are the process which is going on. And I believe with the introduction of AI and ML to the world, I believe these systems are going to overtake very, very soon. Within few years only we will start seeing these kind of changes happening, because electricity bill, huge amount of electricity bill we are spending on these utilities. So these kind of improvement will certainly help us. Thank you.
I have a question. Yes. Mike. Actually, I understand that sewage treatment plant will be working like a factory, where the raw material sewage would be available free of cost. And out of that treatment, I can generate energy, manure, poultry feed, irrigation water, and fish. Now the issue is with respect to how you are utilizing our treated wastewater or resource recovery. You raised this particular point, Dr. Biswas also raised this particular point. With respect to the wastewater quality of West Bengal, where people use more water than any other state that way, like Tamil Nadu or Gujarat or Madhya Pradesh or Haryana, our BOD level of city sewage maximum in dry period for Kolkata is 180 milligram per liter. Normal, it is 120 to 150. Even in the suburban towns of Kolkata metropolitan area, we are monitoring the raw sewage around 80 to 120 milligram per liter. Then the sludge treatment and biogas generation is not a question. If we try sludge digestion, biogas generation, it will be not successful. The next important is use of the wastewater after treatment for irrigation. Now, what is the NGT guideline? NGT guideline is that BOD 10, you mentioned that COD 50, nitrogen total not more than 10 milligram per liter, phosphorus 1 milligram per liter. Whether this water is suitable for irrigation, this is a big question. Central Pollution Control Board can give an answer because of the fact that MOEF standard for irrigation is not that. So if I intend to use my treated wastewater for irrigation purpose, whether I will abide by the NGT guideline or not. This is a big question today raised by very many experts, and this needs to be answered because we are confused. When we go to the field, West Bengal is the maximum user of wastewater for the irrigation. 910 million liter of wastewater is going to the East Kolkata wetland, where this water is getting utilized in 264 fisheries, generating 20,000 metric ton of fish per year, and every day we are generating 120 metric ton of vegetable for the city. So in this scenario, my point is therefore, we have to look into this particular issue. When we go to the field where the people are using this water for irrigation, they like not treated water, they like use primary treated water. You go to Titagarh treatment plant, the adjacent areas, you talk with the cultivator, we like primary treated sewage, not secondary treated sewage. So therefore, this needs to be clear. You talked this, that no, not a drop will go to the river. Yes. When Dr. Tare from IIT Kanpur gave the report, he also said, not a single drop of water will go to the river. It was accepted that time. But if I have to utilize that water, it is. But another very important thing is about the use in the industrial sector. I understand in Udaipur, the total sewage treatment plant treated water is utilized by industry, 100%. So this is also there. So we are a little confused. This is the point. And lastly, I have seen your plant. I think you have installed in Baidyabadi, is it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that I went there with the pollution control board.
Thank you, sir.
And anyway, I'm not raising that particular issue, but these standard issues, we are getting confused.
Oh, I believe, great question. well-raised questions. If you see my papers, I have also noted that down that like nitrogen-rich water can be used for irrigation purposes. That standard certainly SEARCH intervention and CPCB intervention will be needed over there. Because see, like it's not about it's a trade-off. What exactly we are trying to achieve? So on the one hand, if initially we are trying to achieve wastewater treatment, then we are polluting air. Now, if we are using 100% sludge, if we are digesting, then we are losing our minerals. Because manure import bill is also huge for India. We are importing manure for lakhs of crores every year, and which is certainly taking away our money for studies, money for development and all. And I believe there are disparities between NGT guidelines, CPCB guidelines, then CPHO guidelines also. Some parity need to be brought over here, and I'm thankful that these issues are being raised so that like this can be taken care of. I believe departments are already working on that. Sir, over to you.
Thank you, sir. Actually, I believe, sir, that this is the appropriate forum to discuss these issues. Although it would be my personal stand because CPCB cannot express like that because one side is MOF, which has been properly deliberated upon before notifying a standard, and another side is honorable NGT that has been that the standard has been set aside and proposed some another standard, and we are also facing this problem. And while comparing the compliance status of the sewage treatment plant, we are referring both the standard now. That is a real problem. We have to mention this is the MOF standard, notified standard, and that the other suggestive is to honorable NGT. So while because we are also submitting half yearly report to honorable NGT about the compliance status, we are mentioning both the things. Of course, this need to be resolved because uh, because lot of problem is going on, sir. Like we are already facing issues like KMP is also facing with this problem. The STPs which have been installed in gap 1, gap 2, they cannot actually achieve the standard that has been set by the honorable NGT. That standard cannot be achieved. And to achieve this standard, the new standard that 10-10-10, we normally used to say the 10-10-10, it needs a huge infrastructure and it is also cost extensive. And unless we use those treated effluent, that is also highlighted. Actually, it is of no use. But one the other aspect, we have given priority to River Ganga, and we expected that at least Ganga should not receive any untreated effluent of such quality that it may further deteriorate situation. So at least fecal coliform and total coliform that we reduce, we want to control at that level. So that is given the highest priority because that the standard, I also personally also fully agree that standard should be set based on the use. When and what purpose you are going to use, that should be the standard, and that is appropriate as well, sir. And for Ganga, I think it should reach the water without having any contamination. That should be the prime standard. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Biswas and Mr. Tewari. Any questions from the audience? Otherwise, we will be a short break for tea for 15 minutes. So now it is 12 o'clock. We will assembly here at 12:15. Sir. Okay.
I think, guidelines as per the particular or see coastal zone or irrigation, as per the end use. That is the CPCB guidelines से आगे हुई कोस्टल जो है बोले इरिगेशन है बोले एनपीटी का एक्ट नहीं बोले CPCB को
आपको दिया है तीनों सेंटर, एक मेगा सिटी में मेगा सिटी में कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है, सब सिटी का एक ही
फीडबैक आ रहा है they are saying it ये थर्ड सेशन है ना, एक फोर्थ वाला विषय है।